Hey folks, today we're going to be using a John Deere manure spreader to spread some straw on the fields, and we do this for two main reasons. One, it's going to provide some carbon into the soil that will eventually become fertilizer once we till it in. Most fertilizers are made up of carbon, nitrogen, and then some phosphates, and then sometimes some few other things. And on top of that, reason number two is the fact that this straw is going to sit on top of the soil, and it's going to provide some armor and some cover for the soil, so that as the wind comes, as rain comes, until we till it in, it's going to just protect that soil from being blown away by the rain and the wind. So yeah, let's get to it. Hey folks, so today we're going to get geared up to do some disking, and we're going to disc just to kind of disturb the soil a little bit so that when we go to plow we'll be able to turn that over nice and easy. Disking's going to allow us to stir the soil a little bit too and just, like I said, agitate it. So let's get to it, folks. So here we are disking, and like I said earlier, we're just agitating that soil a little bit, turning it over. And truthfully, nowadays tractor work's been made pretty easy through the use of this thing called Auto Tractor, which is a GPS operated steering system. Hey folks, so today we're plowing. This is step 3 of what usually is a 6-step process. I think, don't quote me on that. I'd have to count it out. I'm not going to do that. And so we plow because all this nutrients and grass and whatnot that sits on top of the soil, well, we turn that over, and plowing essentially just turns the soil over, and then that will break down and be ready to be used next year. So the soil that we're pulling up from underneath right now, that has the nutrients from last year, and that's going to make it nice and easy for things to grow and just kind of give it that little boost. Yeah. So this is what plowing looks like, and like we talked about, it's kind of just turning the soil over. And so if you look down there right at the two plows that are on the bottom right now, they're kind of creating a wave, and that wave is what's going to turn the soil over, just like how a wave in the water comes up and turns that water oil. We're doing the same thing here with that dirt. And then how this implement works is when we get to the other side, we'll fire a hydraulic cylinder and it'll flip the two plows that are currently up to the downward position, and then that way we can work back and forth, making this nice even dressing.